At the company board meeting, my wife's father, the CEO, looked me in the eye and said, "You're fired." Poor results that night. My wife slid a list of shelters across the table and whispered, "You're on your own now." I walked out quietly. Days later, her and her father blew up my phone. 78 missed calls after discovering who I truly was. I thought getting fired in front of witnesses was rock bottom. Then I walked into my kitchen and found Emma sitting there with a piece of paper. It was a printed list of homeless shelters in Seattle, each one highlighted in yellow. One was circled, closest to bus route. "Now that you're unemployed," she said flatly, "this marriage doesn't work for me anymore." They'd both planned this. Her father, Richard, and my wife Emma working together to throw me away. What they didn't know was that I'd been planning something too. 3 years ago, I met Emma Lancaster at a tech conference in Austin. I was doing independent consulting work on cybersecurity. 6 months later, she proposed. Her mom, Patricia, made comments about me not being their kind of person, but Emma said her dad valued talent. I believed her. 2 months into marriage, Richard offered me a job at Lancaster Technologies as a systems analyst. The pay was 30% less than my consulting rate, but Emma convinced me it was worth it. For 6 months, Richard gave me work an intern could do. My improvement proposals got filed away and forgotten, so I started building something in secret. Late nights when everyone went home, I designed a new security system, the Sentinel Protocol. I patented every component under my maiden name through an LLC, Chen Security Systems. They assumed I was just trying to impress them. I was building an escape hatch. Around our first anniversary, Emma changed. She started taking calls from her dad behind closed doors. Family dinners became torture, with Patricia making snide comments while Emma sat silent. Then came the firing. Richard called me to a conference room with 2 strangers. "Your division's performance isn't meeting expectations," he said. "We're terminating you immediately." "Last quarter's numbers beat every projection by 42%, I said. He just smiled. This was about power. I'd become too visible, too much of a threat. That night, Emma admitted she'd known for a week. 7 days of pretending everything was normal. What they didn't know, Lancaster didn't own the Sentinel Protocol. They'd licensed it from Chen Security Systems. Buried in the contract was a clause giving me termination rights for breach of good faith dealing. The license renewal was due in 72 hours. At 2 a.m., I suspended the renewal. The systems would start experiencing random failures. Client portals lagging, security certificates timing out, a foundation slowly crumbling. The first call came at 6:47 a.m. By noon, 78 missed calls. Richard's final text, "Name your price." I let them panic for 3 days.